Most people will call collaboration as a sharing. I call it as a meeting point of ideas. When those ideas meet and they find resonance and they find truth, it's the most beautiful thing I think that can happen in a space. And I think it's something that we're finding in this space now with this work is bringing in our own experiences into the form, into the work, and allow our experiences to challenge ourselves, but also to form and to shape the work in a way that if I was doing it alone, I will miss the other components that Sue has. And I'm sure the same applies to Sue. If she was doing this on her own, she will miss other energies that I'm bringing into the work. My name is Gregory Maqoma. I'm a choreographer from South Africa, and I'm co-creating Return to the Forest with Sue Buckmaster. I think the mind should be freed for artists to feel that they are contributors to a process. We come in with ideas as creators, as directors, as choreographers, but ultimately it is the performers who have to carry those loads of information and visions and dreams. I think that's what I love to do, is to create an open space where performers feel that they are contributors than just taking information. We have a team that's willing to solve, because we throw in problems basically as creators. It's like, okay, I have a problem. I want things to fly. I want cocoons to come down. And we send this to the creative team to solve it for us. But we also need to know when it's solved, what kind of magic are we creating? I'm interested in how we can always break the fourth wall and to revisit memory, history, and to use that as a springboard for conversations to take place. I grew up in a space where music and dance were so connected. You will hear the music and then you dance, or the dancer will bring the circle and then the musicians will start playing. And the ideas of choreography never existed. But I grew up looking at dance through the gaze of others, through the migrant workers who were performing their own traditional forms in a hostel that I lived close to. And that connection with their realities, I think, formed an idea in my head to take what I was seeing from those traditional forms, and I started to learn about modern dance, contemporary dance. It was another window, another world that just opened. And there are vibrations in their bodies, and that drew me into finding ways in which I could express my trauma as well, because I grew up in apartheid South Africa, and I'm living now in the post-apartheid South Africa, and we're still facing similar kind of conflicts. So one is conflicted in the body, and the best way for me to release that trauma was through dance. I think it's inherited, in the DNA. If you practice something continuously, it lives within you and you start thinking about it. So whenever I'm moving, all of it comes back. I sing a lot percussively. I don't ask me to sing a note, but I will pa 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 pa. So there's always words and rhythms I'm pushing, but this is just to create an energy to the room for the performers to also start clicking that, at this point we need to be pushing in that kind of level. So it's helping the performers to understand the kind of energy they need to give to a particular scene, to a particular moment. As we're making this piece, we already are learning a great deal in terms of, one, our relationship, myself and Sue in the room, but also learning about global subjects. And this is a global subject, and we're tapping into it with such openness. It's a sense of a mythical journey, but it holds so much truth in it. And we're hoping this as well as we go through the journey, meeting the beast, the surveillance camera that changes into a beast and teaches us about the rhythm, about being grounded, about our connection to our ancestral land. All of those things are the things that we usually forget because we're in a fast-paced world. So for 1.5 hours, we're saying to an audience, just go on this trip and revisit maybe your ancestral past, but also revisit the places or your place of origin. We hope that we're making a work that can travel, and I think this work will really allow us to learn a great deal from children, from young people. I encourage audiences to always come with an open mind. You know, we've given enough images for everyone to walk away with something. So I hope audiences will come with an open mind to know that we've done this with a big heart. I mean, from performers, from everyone who's involved in the project, they've given their heart into this work, and we want to share that. Want to share that experience.